Hi, I'm Chris McKinley, and I'm here with Mary B. Reed, who is a retired CPA. She has worked for several corporations as a controller and for a CPA firm. A lot of people are concerned with the proposed plants that Rockwell Industries is building in West Virginia, and Mary wanted a visual of the toxins Rockwell's air quality permit notice states they will be putting into the air. Today we will demonstrate just 6 of the toxins listed. Most of the conversions are from pounds to cubic feet and were taken from www.firelacounty.gov website. The scale we're using is 1/2 inch equals 1 yard of the models of the 6 toxins and the North Jefferson Elementary School, which is 0.4 miles from the proposed site of Rockwool. The school has more than 44,891 square feet. The 1/2 inch cube Mary is holding is equal to the cubic yard beside Mary. You can see the cubic yard markings in the model of sulfur dioxide. The amount to fall in a month, 30.5 days used, is 5,441.5 cubic yards, as you can see in the model that we will now share with you. If you want to know more about how we calculated this, send an email to marybreed@frontier.com. Most of the toxins emitted will affect children and the elderly, as well as those with asthma or respiratory conditions. In addition, when sulfur dioxide count is high, it can affect existing heart disease and eyes, especially during heavy physical activities, such as student athletics, running track, or playing sports. According to the National Park Service site, this gas can be a threat to human health, animal health, and plant life. It also states that this gas can react with other chemicals in the air and change to a small particle that can get into the lungs and cause similar health effects. Which brings us to the issue of particulate matter, or PM. Mary is pointing at the illustration taken from the NYS EDEC Crematory Operator Training Program. It is an enlarged hair follicle, with a cross-section of the hair showing how small particulate matter less than 10 microns, or PM10, and PM2.5 is. According to the training program, it takes about 7,000 grains of these particulate matter to weigh a pound, so 154 tons of PM10 and 134 tons of PM2.5 multiplied by 2,000 pounds in a ton times 7,000 grains in a pound equals 4,032,000,000 grains a year, or 336,920,537.5 grains a month, or 7,671 grains a minute. For your information, Rockwell will not be putting out this much the first year, but plans to as it expands. And not all of these toxins will fall on just the school. The illustration given here is simply to provide a visual of the approximate amount of space these 6 toxins will take up in just a month. And Mary is demonstrating how that compares with the 21,755.2 cubic yardage of the school. Most importantly, the World Health Organization says that the U.S. Department of Environmental Protection standards should be lower because the particulate matter of less than 2.5 microns and less than 10 microns can actually get into the lungs and not come back out, causing problems with respiratory systems of children, the elderly, people with heart issues, and asthma. Some PM10 does stay in the lungs. Additionally, small PM2.5 can actually penetrate the heart and cause damage. Now we go to carbon monoxide, which Rockwool's permit allows them to emit per month 5,824.9 cubic yards, which replaces oxygen in the blood, can cause permanent brain damage, death, affect the heart, cause miscarriage, even fetal death. On to hydrogen fluoride, 186 cubic yards per month. Depending on exposure and length of time, it can affect the lungs, eyes, skin, cause convulsions, and even death from heart and respiratory exposure, as well as problems with the liver and kidneys. Next, we have carbonyl sulfide, 61.5 cubic yards per month. It is small but powerful. Workers exposed may contract lymphatic leukemia. Also, depending on amount and time of exposure, it can affect the central nervous system, possibly causing confusion or coma, even heart disease, as well as affecting blood, liver, and eyes. It may also decrease sperm count and affect the fetus. Additional toxins Rockwell would admit include nitrogen oxides, totaling 11,982.5 cubic yards per month. The nitrogen oxides are mainly composed of nitrogen dioxide and nitric oxide. Nitrogen oxides interact with water, oxygen, and other chemicals in the atmosphere to form acid rain, which harms sensitive ecosystems such as lakes and forests. High levels of nitrogen dioxide are harmful to vegetation, damaging foliage, decreasing and reducing crop yields. In addition, it reacts with other chemicals in the air to form both particulate matter and ozone. Both of these are harmful when inhaled due to their effects on the respiratory system. Another health effect includes the development of asthma. For our last example, the large boxes throughout this room represent 6.2 million of the 7.6 million carbon dioxide equivalents. Under Rockwell's permit, there will be 7,670,958.9 cubic yards of carbon dioxide equivalents emitted each month, which consist of 6 different gases the EPA considers equivalents. High concentrations in open pits, low-lying areas, and confined spaces where carbon dioxide can displace oxygen, creating a serious health hazard. Breathing oxygen-depleted air caused by extreme CO2 concentrations can lead to death by suffocation. Symptoms of mild CO2 exposure may include headache and drowsiness. At higher levels, rapid breathing, confusion, increased cardiac output, and elevated blood pressure. Not knowing the mixture of the equivalents, the carbon dioxides and nitrous oxide cubic feet of 8.1 per pound was used, although they range from 2.2 to 22.2. Mary, is there anything that you would like to say?
Yes. My mother called me one day and she said, listen, this is important. My father said, always tell the truth. She said, but never mind that. What my mother said is more important. Make the world a better place than when you came into the world. Thank you, Chris.
Please do help make the world a better place. Look up all of the health and environmental damages of the toxins listed here online as to educate yourself, for knowledge is power. If you think the EPA is protecting you, remember it is also bending to big industries and financial interests. If you want clean air, vote no on www.toxicrockwool.com and attend as many meetings as you can. You can even hold up a sign outside of the mini meetings to help inform your local citizens. And feel free to write your officials. Remember what Margaret Mead said. Never doubt that a group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has.